Once again, hey, thanks for watching here. You're in the Snack Attack Podcast studio here. I'm Clyde, of course, and our special guests is Sam Laskowitz, right? I say that right?
That's right, yeah.
All right, this guy's a regular. I got to know him once again in the Poker Go studio. You're pretty much a regular there all the time. I'll let you know a little bit about this man. He's won over $4 million in tournament earnings. He got second in the Colossus back in 2022 for $256,000.
Yeah,
which boy, that's a lot of players to go through.
It was. That was my first tournament ever.
Are you kidding me?
No, it was. That was my first time playing tournaments.
Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, you've only been my God,
yeah.
Sam. Wow, you've only been playing for 3 years?
Yeah, only 3 years.
My God.
Yeah.
Wow, you got talent, brother.
Thank you.
My Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Wow, you got me all. Boy, my bloods are flowing now. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was my first bullet of a tournament ever in the
class.
class.
You got there's what, like 20,000 entries in that one?
13,565.
Oh my God, he even knows the exact amount. Well, anyhow, once again, welcome to the show. We're going to let all the fans out there get to know you a little bit.
Cool, yeah.
You just recently had a new son, right?
Yeah, And
is he walking yet or anything?
He's crawling. In February during the Poker Go Cup.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that story? That
No, I don't.
It was the 15K that was going on.
Okay.
I was the chip leader. There's 18 people left, 13 pay, and I get a call like, "Oh, the water breaks," and I had to leave my stack. And,
are you serious?
Yeah, and I ended up finishing 8th. I got.
Oh my God! You know what, Sam? I do remember that.
Do you remember that?
They go. What happened to Sam? He goes, his wife had a baby. Water broke. He had to go.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I do remember that.
Yeah, I had to abandon my stack on stream. I was on the TV table. I had to get up and go.
I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Worked out well though. I got 8th.
Yeah, I know. You might have wanted it. She could have waited.
Yeah.
Wow, Sam, I didn't realize it's only been a few years that you got into this.
Yeah.
Wow, 3 years of playing, and you've already won over $4 million. I got you down here for $4,092,321.
Yeah,
and that's not included if you just recently cashed in.
Yeah.
In the Poker Go here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride.
All right, Sam, what got you into poker? I mean, that's the main question I ask everyone, because everyone has their own way of getting into it.
Yeah.
What brought you into it?
I think my story probably starts out pretty similar to everybody else, where like there was like 2003, the Moneymaker boom. It was on TV, all that. So I was like 10, I guess, or 11. We started playing, all my friends. We'd play like, little home games. Started learning how to play. And then my dad started to get into poker. He kind of would, when I was like 14 or 15, he would bring me these like games in Long Island, these like 2-5 cash games. So I would play a lot of cash. I just kind of kept with it until I got to college and then kind of stopped. I ended up going to law school and I was a lawyer for a little bit. And then I kind of had stopped poker like completely. And then my friend kind of got me back into it. I was playing a little bit of cash, and then we took the trip out to Vegas for the World Series, played the Colossus, and then that's how I got back into it. I ended up leaving my job a couple months after the Colossus. So
that is amazing.
Yeah, it was I felt like I was always going to be a poker player, but it kind of, there's some stuff in between that got in the way,
If you keep this up, think about. I'm serious. If you won over $4 million in 3 years, can you imagine in 10 years?
Yeah, I hope I keep.
I mean, you're going to get better, right?
I think so. I think I'm getting really good in a short period of time, and I'm able to play with like all these really good guys, and I think I'm just getting better, and I'm hoping just keep it going, and break through and have those couple big years. Yeah.
That is amazing. I mean, God, I see you all the time and joke with you about your, and I do remember about you having to leave because I do remember that. Wow, maybe my brain ain't completely warped like I think it is. But you're such a nice guy. I really appreciate you coming on the show.
I'm happy to be here.
Do you just play Hold'em or do you play all the games? That's what I like to ask.
I mostly just play Hold'em. I kind of know how to play all the games, but I've really, the past 2 years, I've really tried to, I just want to get really good at
and then maybe
No Limit
Texas
Hold'em tournaments. Yeah. And then once I feel more kind of comfortable with where I'm at in this game, I'll maybe try playing some other stuff. But I just love this, the regular Texas Hold'em so much. That,
I know it.
It's my favorite thing.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you, I don't usually talk about some of this, but boy, I can see how I'm just being real with you because I believe I know you better than what you think. I could see you wear your heart on your sleeve.
I do.
Because when you bust out or you make a bad play, I can see it in your eyes. You're like, God, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's I think I've kind of been known for that a little bit. I think I take the beats and the bad plays harder than a lot of people, but I think people don't realize that I've only been playing for a short period of time. So I feel this stuff like pretty strongly. It's all like my first time, some of this stuff.
This is nuts. I'm having fun already because I'm getting to know you so much better. This is killing me. I always joke around with the young stars. Mm-hmm. You hear me say it all the time, right?
Yeah.
With Jesse, not Jesse, Jeremy, and Landon Tice. There's a couple others. I never thought that with you. I don't know why. And you've only been doing it.
Yeah, I'm a little.
How old are you? Maybe 25?
No, I'm 32. I'm a little older because I didn't play for
a while, right?
I didn't play my whole 20s basically. I started playing when I was 20. I played as a kid, and then when I went to college, I kind of stopped, and then law school, I completely stopped playing, and then I thought I was gonna be a lawyer, and then I was, and then I thought I was gonna do that for a while, and I kind of got back into it. I realized how much I like it, and then so I'm a little older than some of those guys, but poker wise, I'm probably younger than pretty much everybody that plays in the studio, at least.
Yeah, people look at me and they all say that I look younger than what I am, and I think so too. I just wish I was as good looking as he used to be, but
you're still a good looking guy.
But I love poker so much. I mean, you know how I am in the studio.
Yeah, I love it.
Everybody seems to get a kick out of me.
Yeah, your passion.
And
best.
So they egg me on a lot too. Because they want to see me go crazy, I guess.
Yeah, we love it.
I'm going crazy right now. I can't help it, man. Yeah. It's great to get to know you guys personally because I consider you guys not just an adversary as a friend because I talk to you behind the scenes on breaks or like now being here to get to know how everyone is about their love for the game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you probably a few questions here about how you would play it. Right. This is what I wanted to do to some of my other guests, but the time flies so bad and so fast sometimes I don't have time to mention everything I want. I had a hand. I'm gonna tell you about a hand I played, and you tell me if you would have played it different or not. Okay. I think I have an image to where I'm a very tight player. I would say.
Okay.
People don't think I would bluff a lot because I'm older.
Okay.
But I had pocket fives in one hand.
Okay.
All right, and I raised it. I had a couple callers. The flop come ace, king, 9, I think it was.
Okay.
Now, of course, they're going to check it to the pre-flop raiser. I bet and I get called. All right. First of all, I'm going to stop the hand right there. Would you have continuation bet with that flop?
Maybe. Sometimes. It depends.
But you know why I did it? Because of my image of being tight?
Yeah, I like it.
And here's another reason I did it. If someone called me, they probably had an ace or a king, so I know where I'm at. Yeah. They don't know where I am,
right?
But I know where they're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it so far.
All right, so I bet one of them folds, one of them calls.
Okay.
My question to you is, since you're a pro, if they had an ace, would they have re-raised me, or would they have flatted me with a weak king or a weak ace? What do you think they had?
I think most of the time they'll be in the kind of like weaker ace region.
Or they would have raised me pre-flop, right?
Maybe with at least ace 9, king 9, like maybe some 9s, maybe.
Okay.
Like their strongest hands. But they could have, certainly they could have ace jack, right? Ace 10. Maybe those ones that they just call sometimes because, like you said, you have all the strong, you have the aces, you have the kings, you have the 9s, you have the ace, a lot of the ace king, right? They don't really have a lot of the ace king, so maybe they kind of proceed with caution with the ace jack and ace 10.
And see, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Just what you said.
Cool.
So when I bet the flop and I got called, I said, well, if this guy really had something, I would hear from it soon, and I'm going to find out now. Here comes the turn card, right? So we got, what did I tell you, ace, king, 9 on the flop, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's got one of those, but I got to find out the strength. He's going to check again. Now, here comes the turn. I think it was nothing big. I think it was a 7.
Okay.
All right. So I'm looking at what's in the pot. I'm thinking, okay, do I really want to go over pot this or not to see where I'm at? Do I want to bet? What should I have done? And then I'll tell you what I've done. Turn was a 7. Now, by the way, it would have been a backdoor club draw if it would have came club.
Okay.
But there's 2 clubs on board. There's ace, king, 9, 7. I have pocket 5s. He checked. What should I have done?
I think you could do either thing again. I think you could bet or just check and kind of, you're not checking is not necessarily like you just give up. You're still kind of ahead of some hands in a way. Like you could have a queen, jack, jack 10, and you can always bluff a river, or check back and whatever, we'll see what happens. And then, or you could bet. And I think betting and applying pressure to king or, that's kind of what you're hoping at that point. It is pretty hard to get somebody to fold a top pair, especially when you have the 2 5s in your hand, because maybe some of their worst aces are like ace 5 or something like that. I'm assuming they're the big blind.
Right.
So maybe they have some, ace 5 that maybe they would feel uncomfortable with that we kind of are in the way of. But, it's certain. I think it'll be a real play. I think you could bet twice for sure.
And I did bet. Okay, I did bet. Now, I didn't want to throw him off, so I made a super low bet, like I wanted to call this time.
I think I would have bet bigger probably.
That's coming up.
Yeah.
So I bet again. He thinks about it, and he spent time thinking about it, and then he made the call.
Okay.
Because of that, I thought he had a king. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. All right, here comes the river. I think it paired the 7. I think there's 2 7s on board now.
Okay.
All right, so no flush there. I don't see any straights. And he checks it to me one more time. Now I'm betting, I think it was like 3/4 pot. Is that the right bet there? What should I have done with the river coming 7? So 7 on the turn, 7 on the river, no straights, no flushes. I bet the whole way. I put him on a king, and I know I can't check it. I know he's got something. I got to fire something. So was the bet sizing good enough?
I would think you maybe have to bet bigger on the turn and maybe the river, because we're at this point, I think he might have a king, but the king's kind of like not the bulk of what he has, right? He mostly has an ace. And I think we're trying to get him to fold an ace. I think we got to go big. And I think if we had the really strong hands we're saying, we would go big.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of want to be congruent in that way and kind of like think, what would you have done if you had ace king or kings or 9s? And
well, that's why I bet small on the bigger, like I wanted to call.
I think you might have got to do the opposite.
The other way?
Bet big, because he has an ace. Ace is kind of, ace is a really strong hand. He can't really just go folding all the aces, even to a big bet. So I think I would have bet bigger. I might have just gone all in. Really.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm asking. You're a pro.
I might have just gone all in. But if I was going to try to make somebody
I bet pretty good. I didn't bet all in, but he thought forever, and he called me.
And he ended up having.
And he had a king. He had king jack.
He had a king, really?
Yeah, he called me with a king. He had king jack and called me.
Wow. Well,
and I tried to get him off of it.
That's annoying.
So you know what? You might be right though. This is why we're talking about this. If I go bigger,
I think
he might might fold that king.
I think
that's why I'm asking that.
Yeah.
This is just some of the stuff. This happened in a tournament, not a cash game.
Yeah.
But this is part of why you're here.
Yeah.
People would like to know the mind of a good player.
Yeah.
How would you play the hand?
Yeah. I would always just think about it with bluffing. Like, you just want to kind of do. It sounds simple, but maybe it's not so simple. But you just want to do what you would do if you had the good hand, And I think you want to bet big and try to, on a board like that where it's ace, king, 9, like it's really kind of locked down a little bit. If you're betting like you're really good hands. You want to bet big. You're kind of polar, as we say. So maybe you want to go bigger.
I didn't ask him, but I wanted to ask him, what did you think I had? But I didn't want to ask him.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I wonder what maybe he thought you had.
Like, what do you think I had for you to call me the king? I mean, what the hell? But I didn't.
I don't know. Yeah.
Because I didn't want him to have more information about my thought process.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever think that way too? Now, you're the pro here.
Yeah.
Do you ever think if I bet this, he's going to think that?
Yeah.
So and then if I do this on the next card turn, what am I going to do? So does that process enter your mind? For example, let's say you got 2 jacks.
Okay.
All right. And the flop comes queen 5-4.
Yeah.
And that queen's the only over card.
Sure.
So when you're thinking you're going to bet that or not bet that, are you thinking, okay, what do I need to bet to find out if he has a queen?
More, I'm less concerned about the information that I get from them and more about just, like, I would just bet a size that it would be congruent with all the hands I have, like in a pair.
Oh, okay.
And it really matters, like, like queen 5-4 and you have jacks, like it's that's not like a bad hand.
No.
Like jacks is still a good hand, and maybe he does have a queen,
is.
but we on flop we could still get value from a 5 or a 4, especially if he's the big blind, or all kinds of stuff. And maybe you just bet a normal kind of small size and see what happens, and then maybe you just try to show it down after that. That's kind of how I would be thinking. But more my actions I try to do, like when I'm taking aggressive actions, I'm not so concerned about doing it to get information, but the information will come just by what I would have done anyways. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if I bet the queen 5-4 and he raises me, then now we can start thinking maybe he does have some more strong hands. And if he just calls, he could still have a queen, but he could also have a 5 or a 4, and we'll figure that out. He could have
another pair too. I've seen it many a time.
Oh yeah.
Someone can have like pocket 9s and thinking, well, the queen's the overcard too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and then we just kind of proceed as with caution going forward. Maybe you just want to put kind of the correct amount of money in the pot with your range of hands that you could possibly have, if that makes sense. You could have a at that point in the hand, you could have a bunch of good hands. So you just want to put the correct amount of money in, and then going forward, you'll kind of go into different kind of branches of our strong hands will put more money in, our medium hands will put less money in, our weaker hands will maybe start bluffing to match the strong hands. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hey, all those watching out here, you can be learning something here.
Oh yeah.
All right, this guy has won $4 million in like 3 damn years. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah. All right, I want to tell you what I do, and you tell me if it's right.
Okay.
Or what I hear is right.
Okay.
Once you're aggressive, do you want to stay on the gas the whole time throughout the whole hand process, or is there times you should back up and lay off the gas, if you know what I mean?
There's definitely times you got to lay off the gas for sure. Like,
okay.
There's definitely cards that can come that kind of change things that are better for him maybe than you. And also maybe sometimes people can get to the end of the hand with maybe a stronger set of hands than they're supposed to have, or, and maybe you got to shut down then. Like, if I get to a river and I'm deciding if I want to bluff some guy who maybe he's not going to ever fold, like I might as well just not bluff, even if I have a like 5 high or something, and I know this guy's not folding, I could, you just live to fight another day.
I noticed when I deal over in the studio, if there's more than 2 people in a hand, they're always defensive.
Yeah.
When there's multiple people in the hand.
Yeah.
But I noticed that you're not when you're wearing that beautiful hat that you're wearing today.
That's right.
Boy, you start kicking ass. Do you guys notice the hat right there?
That's right.
He's got one of the second deck hats on today. He knows how to show up in a podcast,
That's
I'll tell you. Along with that smile. I mean, what the hell? I knew he was going to have fun.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it.
I did too.
Anyhow, if I had to say, someone said my image was being tight, okay, I try to take that to my advantage.
Yeah.
What do you think the image they perceive from you that they put you on?
Yeah. It's very important to know too. I think everybody perceives me differently, and it depends. I think maybe if I go play a tournament where people don't know me, maybe they think I'm a little more aggressive, and then I think some people maybe perceive me as like too tight even. So it really depends, kind of, because I think I could be perceived as both depending on who I'm playing against. So I try to be pretty aware of that. But when we play in the studio, everybody kind of knows everybody,
Yeah, I know, right.
So I think most people just think I'm just a good normal player. Not too aggressive, not too tight or anything. I don't think anybody thinks I'm too tight.
So do you use that to your advantage, though? That's the key. If you think you're playing tight on this particular hand, then you loosen up.
Yeah.
Or do you loosen up and then play tighter if they're taking you as a loose goose?
Yeah, sometimes you have to. You could really have some different like dynamics with different people that maybe they've seen you do something crazy, so you gotta maybe dial that back a little bit. But it really depends. My kind of whole thesis of poker, I just try to make good sound technical decisions, and I worry about that stuff a little bit less, maybe. I just try to play good and make good decisions, and usually that works out. But there's occasionally some things where I know this person thinks, and I do take advantage of that sometimes. And
here's man, I just went brain dead, I think, for a second here. But here's the thing about it. Yeah, I know. I just went brain dead. I had a good question, but I'll let you finish your story. Oh God, I hate it when I get like this. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and finish your story now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. It was just basically that. I think most of the times if you get caught up in how you perceive people, how they perceive you, like it's good to be aware of for sure. But I think a lot of times the answer is just kind of play good poker.
I just remembered what I was going to say now. By playing that way,
yeah,
you can also get a lot of bluffs through.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the key too.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So that's what I was getting ready to say, and it just flipped my mind here. But this happens, I guess, when you get older. I've been forgetting people's names lately, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's too much information. I'm trying to think it all at the same time. Who knows? What's the best hand you ever played in your life?
Oh, there's so many. I think my favorite one, just maybe from there was a hand I played at the Poker Go Studio. It was the Last Chance series, the third event in 2023, and I was heads up with Ike Axton, who I think is
he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best players and one of my favorite players. And we were heads up, and I came into heads up with the chip lead. He took it back. He's such a great player. And then I got a really big bluff through, and that gave me back the chip lead. And then I won the tournament the next hand. That was my first title in the studio. And,
awesome!
I think that's probably my favorite hand I've played. I could tell you the hand if you want. But.
It's great, you can. But what I'm getting at is not only it may be your first title at the Poker Go Studio. You beat a top player in the world.
Yeah,
the world.
Yeah, it was really like that was a cool moment for me. Like, just, he's somebody who I have so much respect for, and it's a heads up match like anything. He's I don't like my chances playing him heads up really, but just being able to get it done and kind of win my first title and against a great player at a really tough final table where I kind of lost the chip lead and I had to kind of like fight back for it, not just give up. And that was probably my favorite hand, I guess.
Wow. Well, go ahead and tell us about that.
It was just we were like 30 big blinds deep. I was the button. I limped 8-7 offsuit. I had the 8 of spades, I think. And he raised it. He ISO'd me. I called, and it was queen 4-3 with 2 spades. And he ended up checking, and I bet, and he called, and then the turn was another spade. I think it was the 9 of spades, and I ended up just bluffing turn and river, and I just had 8 high, and I got to fold on the river, and
okay,
and then that got me back to chip lead. I think it was queen 4-3 9-2 or something like that.
Do you get a big thrill when you get a good bluff through?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, especially that. I mean, that one for sure. Like, I was like, okay, like now, I could actually win this. So I kind of like, I was almost a little, I had the chip lead, took it back. I was a little defeated, It was like my first real, I don't know. That was a little deflating, but then to get it back, yeah, I got that one. Definitely, I got excited.
It's just a thrill when I get a bluff go through.
Yeah,
I love it myself.
I think I get more of a thrill from catching somebody bluffing. Actually.
Oh yeah,
I think that's probably like I don't know, something about that. That always feels so good when you like something's fishy here and you sniff it out. That's
You're like,
I think that's where I get the biggest thrill probably. I
was talking to Adam about this about Doug Lee, who doesn't play a whole lot in our room, but man, he made a call a century in this one hand. It was unreal. Call with ace high. And it was amazing because it was for all of his chips.
Yeah.
And they were deep. Yeah. Early, it wasn't even at the final table, and it was a big call. So, yeah, I could see that being a big thrill for you.
That is always a big thrill.
Yeah.
It really is.
Catching somebody trying to bluff you.
Yeah, it always feels so good.
Well, I should be able to do that with my, once again, image. We was talking about image earlier. I think everybody thinks I play tight as hell, but I don't really do.
You're right. Yeah, sometimes you got to take a stand.
And sometimes because of that, I can't get paid off on my hands too.
Yeah, that's why you got it.
That's why you got to loosen up and play those crazy. Yeah. And I love showing when I'm playing a 5-7 suited or a 8-9 suited or a pair of 4s on a raised pot.
Yeah,
because I know if I hit that damn 4, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I think we as I guess just human beings, we kind of over romanticize bluffing a little bit, like where we're like, oh, I'm trying to win the pot, but it's really not kind of the point of bluffing. The point of bluffing is so when you have good hands, you do get paid. Otherwise, people would just fold,
Mm-hmm.
So like you bluff and you get caught, it always feels like, oh, I did something stupid, but it's really not, like you had a bad hand. Sometimes it's just kind of the way you're supposed to play it. And if you don't play it that way, like you said, it is really hard to get paid sometimes. And if you do want to get paid, you gotta be capable of bluffing. So and if you're not getting paid, you gotta bluff more, especially if there's people that just like, they just never pay you or whatever, like bluff them.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. Like, that's why, I think people get caught up in maybe the whole winning of the pot part, but that's less important really. It's more of just a necessary kind of thing you got to do.
So are you glad with your career change from being a lawyer to playing poker?
Oh, yeah.
You get a lot more free time in your life,
A lot more free time, yeah. It's just better. I loved being a lawyer, though. It was not, I loved my job. It was not an easy kind of decision to make, but I knew I always wanted to do this, and I knew if I didn't do it, I guess I was 29 then, and if I didn't do it then, I was never going to do it really. So, and I don't want to go my whole life being like, oh, I was like watching poker. I'd be home watching poker. And at that time I was getting a little bit back into it. And I was like, I feel like I could do that, but I can't right now because I'm doing legal stuff. But like, I was like, I feel like I could do that. And like, you always want to see what you're capable of. And at least for me, I don't know.
Here's the question I don't think I've ever asked any of the pros yet. How do you guys deal with the ups and downs of poker?
Yeah.
Are you afraid like you might get felt if you don't watch it? Or I mean, I don't think I've asked anybody that, but how would you deal with that? Because remember, you've been only playing for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So you're probably going through that. You're just getting started, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy, and there's not really like any great advice on how to deal with the downswing. Like, you have to ruthlessly kind of check in with yourself and audit yourself and be like, am I actually getting unlucky, or am I not playing well, or is it just a combination of the two? And that's how I deal with it. Was I just try to make sure I just try to control what I can control, and realizing that has made my life so much more peaceful or whatever. Like I'm not the results to me kind of don't matter. Like they're great, but they don't really mean anything. Like there's so little that I can control that I just focus on that. And doing that has made like, and realizing that, and that's been a recent shift for me, because I used to be really attached to like, like, man, if I like losing here, like I must have done something wrong. Like all these thoughts, they're not helpful, and it's just a recent shift for me has been like, whatever. The only thing I can control is how I show up, how I play, what I do in my free time, and whatever happens, happens. And like realizing that has kind of made my life so much more, just like peaceful, I guess. And it's the results have been better after kind of accepting that too. But yeah, you just can't control that stuff. I know.
I believe Doyle used to say, you got to pretend like money's not part of the problem. You got to pretend like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just got.
It's weird. It's weird because you are playing for, you're like a living, and that's how you make money. And like, if it goes bad, you don't have money, but you just got to control what you can control, and you try to make as many good decisions as you can, and hope it works out. And I even feel, for me personally, like I feel like I've been getting so like a lot better than I was the past couple of years, and I feel like I don't have the results that match up with that quite yet. Where I'm at, like the 4 million, or like, that's great, but I just feel like I'm the best is yet to come kind of thing. And like I feel like eventually it'll just start kind of clicking, and yeah, and until then I'm just trying to focus on getting better and just trying to show up every day, and
yeah, like I said, I think you do have to look at it as put it behind you.
Yeah,
because if not, it can wear and tear on you and make you start playing bad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's
you don't want to do
common.
that.
Yeah, you don't want to let it affect you, and more than even like it affecting your play. Obviously, that's super not good, but the letting it affect your life is really a problem. And like that's like I've always, I'm very lucky that I have a beautiful girlfriend, beautiful son, and I get to go home to them every time I bust out a tournament, and like that makes things so much better. And I just try to be grateful for everything I do have, I guess, and yeah, like, and I just try to focus on what I can control,
I don't know if I've already asked you this question. I know I asked it to other guests. Are you looking to get good in all games? Do you play all games? I know you said earlier you're mostly on Hold'em.
Yeah, I'm focusing on this one right now. This game's so hard already, and I just am focusing on this one, and like I could play the other games all right, and I feel like actually getting really good at one game helps you get good at all the other games. The theory of poker kind of applies across the board, but yeah, I'm really just focusing on this one. I really want to, just be a top player at this game, and I'll worry about the other games after. There's so much Hold'em to play that it's kind of.
I love playing all the games, and in all reality, every game has a different skill, whether it's limit, no limit. If you're playing with 4 cards, 2 cards.
Oh yeah.
Draw games, board game, whatever.
Yeah.
It all is different skill. And if you can master one of them, you're going to survive in the poker world, I would think.
For sure.
So if you get the best you can be in Hold'em.
Yeah, especially this game.
That gives you the money that you've won with Hold'em. You'll be able to start trying the other games to get better or to play them, because I personally like every game there is in poker.
Yeah.
Even that Chinese game they invented.
Yeah,
I love that. It's like chess to me. Where are you going to put what?
Yeah. I like that game. Yeah, I love all the games. It's just this one. There's definitely the most available to play, right? Like Hold'em's definitely so. I just want to get really good at this one. I like this one the best. I feel like it's very complex. I just think it's a beautiful game.
So you're not going to be playing in the Omaha
maybe
PLO series?
I might play like one of the smaller ones in the beginning, but
okay.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, see, there's right there. You're trying to expand your resume or whatever you want to call it.
I know how to play the games. Like I'm definitely not going to be bad or crazy bad at them at least, but yeah, I just spend most of my time on Hold'em, I feel like.
I just love the game no matter what. Yeah, you guys know that.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm going to be playing in the Napa main event. I got lucky and the wheels spin on me.
Yeah. I'll be there with you.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. I'm excited for that.
But I know I got to tell you this. I don't know if I've told you this or not. Every poker pro that comes on the Snack Attack podcast, starts winning. No, I'm not kidding.
I know.
You can look up the results.
Yeah.
Shannon Shore's won like 7 or 8 times now.
Yeah, he's.
What about Jesse Lonis? He's winning all around the world.
Oh yeah,
the Foxons are winning.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody's winning. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get catch some of that
So
heat.
you might catch some of the heat by being on the show today.
Yeah, I'm hoping that'd be great.
What advice would you give somebody that wants to start doing poker for a living? What would you say that you need to have?
I think my best advice would be you gotta take it seriously and be like that was the best advice I ever got was be professional and take it as it's a job and you got to treat it as such. You don't get into poker to stop working. Really, I think a lot of people do, and that doesn't work out. Like you got to really treat this as like any other kind of profession. Hold yourself accountable, and then I think besides that, I'd be my most practical advice would be to get really good and try to move up stakes fast. I think staying at the lowest stakes is a trap, and it's going to be really hard to ever make any significant money down there. I feel like I was like I said, my first tournament was a $400 tournament, and I was playing 25Ks in a couple of like within a year. So but you got to work really hard to build like skill acquisition, get really good, and but if I kept playing 400s and 600s or whatever, I could have been the best player down there. But you're not going to make any real money because the fields are so big, the rake is so high, the tournaments take a while because there's so many people and they have multiple days. Like it's just not. I just don't think that's the best path for, especially if you're starting out and you don't have that much money, and you're trying to make money.
Look at Jesse Lonis.
Yeah,
I mean, at college, he's not played that long either, and he's booming. So that's what you're trying to do, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Get off on a roll like that.
Yeah, you got to move up, I think, and play. You got to start playing the higher stakes and try to be able to keep as much of your own action as you can in the biggest stuff. So, like if you win like one of these, like the Colossus, for example, like that was just all my money, and I just got to keep all that. Like I didn't have to share it with anybody, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're playing like a average buy-in of like 400, 600, and then you play like a 3,500 main event in Florida or something, and you win it, and then you only have like 25% of yourself, and you're just kind of stuck at low stakes. Like you got to get really good really fast and move up stakes and try to keep as much of yourself as you can in the highest EV stuff, like these big kind of main event style fields. You want to try to keep as much of yourself as you can. And
have you played the main event? Speaking of that.
Which ones? Like
the main event, the WSOP.
Yeah, I have. I've not done good.
You haven't done good?
No, I played it 3 times now, and I haven't cashed. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that would just be my advice, I guess. Especially younger people starting out, you got to just get really good really fast, and usually that's going to involve a lot of work off of the table. Like the on the table stuff is the experience. I don't know. I think it's kind of. You got to work really hard off the table if you want to get really good.
Well, that's why I always promoting Poker Go.
Yeah.
I mean, boy, you watch all these top players play. If you can't learn from that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, these guys, I sit there and deal to them every day to you, and don't think I'm not paying attention to what's going on. I mean, I really am. And, so if you want to get Poker Go out there, I'm telling you, and if you're serious into poker, you'd recommend it too. I mean, how can you not learn from it?
Yeah, for sure. Watching.
I mean, the way they're betting, their bet sizing. Yeah. Certain players, now remember, I deal with these guys. Certain players play certain positions, or they fold their hands. And there's others that just play the player. There's so many different ways to play this game.
There are. Yeah.
It makes it interesting because not every player is the same out there.
Yeah, that's like the beautiful part of the game, I think, is the bunch of different ways to speak the same language, if that makes sense. Like everybody's trying to kind of do the same thing, but everybody's got their own kind of views on how they do it. And what's best, and what's like style. I guess you could play a different style. I don't really like that word that much, like, because it's not as simple as like I play a certain style. Like you're mostly just trying to play good. Like, right. But there's different people have different ideas of what's good and what's not good, especially like different times of the tournament and how much risk you take on at certain points, stuff like that. Everybody's got their own views on it.
All right, I want to tell you about my cooler hand and tell me if I did something wrong.
Okay.
A lot of people said it's going in no matter what. Okay?
Okay.
I'm sure you know that I played in the 5100 millionaire guarantee over here.
Yes, yeah. I stone bubbled that twice. Day 1A and day 1B. I was the bubble boy both days.
Oh, my. I've been a bubble boy before. It's not fun. Play all that
same
time
tournament both days. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That's nuts.
I know.
Anyhow, I woke up with kings.
Okay.
One of them's the king of diamonds.
Never.
There's a raise. Of course, I raised. He raises me. I call. The flop comes. There's nothing scary out there. There's 2 diamonds on board.
Okay.
And the turn comes 9 of diamonds.
Okay.
No ace out there.
Right.
I've got kings with 3 diamonds on board, so I'm looking real good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, all of a sudden, we're all in. And I went all in because I wanted him to chase down diamonds with his stack. That was my thinking. Whether it's right or wrong, that's what was in my head. I had kings. I wanted him to chase it down if he had the ace of diamonds.
Got it.
And I look over to him. When he said call, I said, you got the ace of diamonds, don't you? He goes, yep. I go, shit. Okay, good. I'm like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He showed me the ace of diamonds. We had another damn ace with it.
Ace with it. Yeah.
I mean, but see, my backup plan was I just spoke that, hoping he thought I was on the diamond draw, where I already had it because there's 3 out there.
Yeah.
But because he had the ace of diamond, which is considered a blocker, but I was going to go all in no matter what there, right? I mean, kings against aces, and I got the second nut diamond draw, right?
Yeah, you're going to lose that one. If you're not out of the tournament there, you did something wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes, that's one of the hard parts about, the mental hard parts about being a tournament pro is sometimes you just have to be out of the tournament, and it stinks, but that's, if you're not, you did something wrong. And
I got a way to avoid a lot of that, but that I can't.
No.
But I'm going to tell you a way how I try to avoid some of this stuff.
But you got to be careful with avoiding it, because you stay in the tournament longer, but it costs you. You just don't realize it. It costs you. Like being too conservative is really a slow death in these things, and you have to be ready to die, and without actively seeking death, if that makes sense. But you got to be ready to die, and it's just part of the game.
I've had played hands with mid pairs, and there's a few things I do to avoid from being knocked out that's worked out great for me.
Yeah,
and I'll let you know one of them right now. For example, I have pocket 10s.
Okay.
All right, I raise pre-flop.
Yeah.
All right, I get called.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem how to play the hand. But when I raise and they re-raise and I got 10s now, a lot of people would go all in on that or fold, right?
It depends. Yeah,
right?
It depends, but you definitely, there's going to be times where you want to put all the money in.
So I flat, and I'm going to tell you why I flat, Sam. There's 2 reasons I flat, but the main reason is when I raise and they re-raise, this is from me watching a lot of poker, Sam, the ace-king deal. I think they got ace-king. Everyone over plays ace-king. Now the flop comes with no ace, and boom, I'm all in.
Yeah.
They fold. They fold the ace-king. Now, let's play it the other way.
Yeah.
Think about the math in this.
I am.
I raise.
Yeah.
They re-raise. I move all in. Ace-king's going to call.
Yeah. Sometimes you win a lot.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's no ace or king on the flop. There's no ace or king on the turn, but here comes on the river.
It could happen.
Now, because they missed the flop and I flatted on the... Are they really going to call all in with ace king after the flop misses them?
They might not, no, but...
And that's why I play that way.
You can play that way. Sometimes it might even be good, but, a lot of times you do just have to... Like I said, sometimes you have to... The money has to go in, and if you lose on the river or the flop or the turn... It stinks, but sometimes you gotta die.
Let's twist it, Sam.
You gotta.
The other way around.
Mm-hmm.
I got the damn ace king now.
Yeah. Sometimes you
I raise, re-raise, and I miss the flop, and they go all in. Do you think I'm going to call?
I don't think you're going to call. No.
That's right. Neither are they. That's what I'm getting at.
I understand.
That's how I stay alive with them tens. Now, if I got all the money in against ace king, which, like I said, I watch a lot of poker.
Mm-hmm.
Ace king's going to call all in pre-flop. They got 5 chances to beat you. But if you wait till that flops out, now they only got 2. They're really drawing, what is it, 12%?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12%. I mean, but now I'm looking really good.
Yeah. I mean.
But that's how I dodge some of the bad beats. I'll flat when they re-raise. Now, they could have kings or aces, right? They could have an overpair. But then, like you said, well, you would have been all in anyway, probably.
Sometimes.
Unless you fold it, right.
Sometimes,
it all depends on how the hand's played.
But I will say that it comes at a cost of not getting all in when you're ahead and being a favorite to win more money, So there is a cost to this. Like, and then a lot of times too, maybe there are times where, I mean, obviously it all depends on positions and depth and all that, but there's times where if you do have like 10s or jacks or something, you could get it in against a hand that's worse, so like 10s or 9s.
True.
And then if you play it slow and maybe not enough money goes in, you're kind of...
Or, over cards can come and ruin your action.
And it can ruin your action.
Yeah.
And you have to, and you can maybe even get bluffed, which is even worse. And so you got to really, sometimes, like I said, it's all about, it's kind of a game of a lot of risk assessment. And, sometimes you got to take on a lot of risk. But you see, when I have these big stacks, like a lot of times it comes from taking on some risk. And, you have to take, so you don't want to be the guy that just is always in the tournament but never has the chips, and then you get to the final table. Maybe if you're lucky, you get to the final table and you don't have anything. You want to get there and have, like, I try to go into these final tables, take on a proper amount of risk and go in with enough chips to, get top 3, win the tournament, make some serious money.
Well, when you come at my table when we play the Napa, you're going to know someone there's a reason they call me Castle Clyde, one of my nicknames. I'm going to have a castle of chips in front of me.
Oh, I hope so.
And listen, we're getting close to the end here.
Yeah.
I hope you had a wonderful time here at the Snack Attack podcast. You see my new sign here? It's pretty cool, ain't it?
It's very cool. Yeah.
But anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome. And now that you've got the hat, I think you've been winning a lot, right? How many cashers lately?
A lot. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Live. You need your Snack Attack.
Yeah.
But hey, everyone, once again, want to thank you all for listening and watching this. Yeah. Hope you learned something from this gentleman here. God, in 3 years, you've won over $4 million already. Yeah. And your biggest cash is only $256.
Yeah, I really haven't had.
That is amazing.
I haven't had like any of the really big ones.
No, you didn't get the big one yet.
I've been consistent. Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's been wonderful, and I'll invite you again if you want to do it.
Oh yeah.
But once again, everyone out there listening and watching, I want to thank you all for your support. And like always, thanks for watching, and may God bless you. Thank you.